I'm Brother Malcolm. Welcome to the Powers of Mind Hour. I am here with you today as an author, a man on a mission to understand more about direct knowledge. Direct knowledge in the mind. The power to imagine myself being greater than the person that I have believed that I am by using someone else's beliefs. A new interpretation about myself. Creating a new image of myself with the power and the clarity to overcome the conditions in my life. Letting go of my dependency on others for information about who I am. New interpretations about who I am aware of being. A new understanding about God, the God power within me is existing as consciousness. That I am never alone on this journey. Because I am not really the one making the journey. The consciousness in me is making this journey. I'm the vehicle. I'm the vehicle that houses the consciousness so that it can live in this world. How do you choose to live today in your life? What do you think of yourself? What kind of pity party are you in today about yourself? How do you devalue yourself by judging your things that you do as failures, success, mistakes? There are no mistakes in life. Everything that you do comes from what's in you, your awareness of being. Every negative thought, every positive thought. Everything that you do in terms of when you're acting with other people and you may feel inferior or superior. Where is it coming from? It's coming from within you and the image you have of yourself. So people don't really think in terms, I shouldn't say people, but you have to ask yourself, do you know what it feels like to be wealthy? Or do you know what you have seen and believe other people, how they think and act with money? Though you suddenly get wealth, but you don't know how to act with the money. You don't have a goal for the money beyond uplifting you out of another mindset. That you think the money can change you, but it cannot. The work must come from within you so that it becomes natural to you about who you are aware of being. And if you are a victim of someone else's interpretations, then all the money in the world is not going to change that. If you believe that God is separated from you outside, you're never going to change that until you discover God to be inside of you as consciousness. The power that you use to create your freedom. Your freedom is inside of you, not outside of you. Your freedom is not in the past. Your freedom is in the present. And you can go and read all of the books in the library in San Francisco Public Library. And you still will not know anything about yourself. You'll still be in the same prediction. Doesn't matter who's going to be in the White House. Doesn't matter who's going to be in Congress. You have to ask yourself, are you going to change how you think and live? What changes can occur in you? What can change you from believing that you're victimized by things outside of you and that you must carry on a legacy from the past? In other words, we must carry on. We've been taught to carry on the work of someone else or other people in the past, and that they were on the right path. I'm taking a very diametrically different position than that. I'm saying let the past go. If they didn't have what you want, if they didn't have freedom, if they were locked into beliefs and values and interpretations that they received from someone else and it embodied these beliefs and values to dictate how they think and live, then it is not going to help you any more than it helped them. So how do you help yourself? You help yourself by understanding yourself, by understanding what's happening in you. To let go of all of the interpretations. People just have interpretations about God. It's just someone's interpretation. Until you can discover the power for yourself and give it a different interpretation for you. Because it can't be, they're incongruent. You cannot have a relationship with the God power in you and still be a victim. I don't care what kind of tactics and methods you're using. You must always be aware of this power in you. And you must act like the power. You're not a victim. And this world and the world views have no power over you unless you give them the power. And we willingly abdicate the power from within us and we give it to somebody else. Then we become victims, powerless victims. Stories of the past. You know, I used to do that. I'm not talking about what you used to do. See, it doesn't matter if you were hungry as a kid, your parents were not ideal the way you want them to have been, or anything that happened to you. They teased you in school, they bullied you, or you were bullied and teased other people. It doesn't matter because you can't do anything about it. What you can do is disconnect and detach yourself from the mindset that did those things. And to understand that what's in the mind dictates how you act. And that's where the change comes from. Getting the power and clarity in you to know that you are powerful. And with power, you use it to uplift yourself and others, not to oppress, not to degrade, not to devalue, not to criticize someone because they lack something that you think that they should possess. We all lack clarity and power and the knowledge to understand that we are whole, perfect, and complete. We want to use the image of ourselves that society and the world has created to change our lives. We have to let go of that information completely in order to change your life. Act like you have power, believe you have power, and know that freedom comes from within the mind. And when you spend as much time reading things about what is happening in you and using other outside information to understand more about yourself and what you're aware of being and what you need to do to overcome it. It takes time. It's like the book Enlightenism. It takes time. This book is in the mind. It's not talking about traditional thinking, traditional interpretations. It's talking about the book defines a new way to think and live, how to get out of the pain, how to change your life, how to be willing to get in the mind and work in the mind and see yourself differently. Yes, people are going to attack you, some may, and some are going to embrace you, but what you will learn and know, you're not depending on someone else's interpretation of you. You have your own interpretation of yourself, and you know that you were born whole, perfect, and complete, colorless, faceless, and formless. And that's the truth about you when you understand your own interpretation about yourself. I'm Brother Malcolm. Check back with me next broadcast. Be sure to get the book Enlightenism. It's over at Amazon. Get it today. And you will see what I'm talking about. Working in the mind. Takes you into the mind, but you have to do the work yourself. Have a great day, folks.